Developing at 5, music mogul Sean Diddy Combs back inside a federal courtroom here in New York.
All right, a trial date's now been set for May 5th of next year. Lisa Evers live in Lower Manhattan with the very latest today. Lisa.
Well, Stephen, Natasha, this was Sean Diddy Combs' third time in the courthouse you see right behind me. His first time before a new judge. They did handle these calendar matters and also set that May 5th, 2025 date for the trial to begin. But what was most striking was that his mother, Janice Combs, who's been with him his whole life, flew up from Florida to be with him, as did most of his children, in a show of support. Sean Combs' son, Christian, known professionally as King Combs, held his grandmother's hand as they left the courthouse with his other siblings.
We want to hear from you. Anything you want to say at this point.
Judge Arun Subramanian acknowledged that his mother, Janice Combs, came from Florida for her son and that his kids also traveled to be in the same courtroom with him. Combs' attorney, Anthony Rico, sat by his side throughout the proceeding. He's handling the appeal of his bail denial, which is a separate case in the appeals court.
He's making an adjustment. He had his family here today to support him. We really want to put an end to all of the clowning that we see on the internet. This is a serious proceeding with serious consequences.
The judge set a trial date of May 5th, 2025. The lead federal prosecutor took issue with Combs' attorney Mark Agnifillo's extensive comments in a TMZ documentary, alleging the government was guilty of racial bias and targeting Combs. Agnifillo complained about government leaks to the media. The result was a mutual gag order.
I made a request for the judge to issue what we call the gag order. And the judge is going to issue it on a reciprocal basis. So I'm not going to say anything that I didn't say in my papers and in court.
Women's rights attorney Gloria Allred represents some of the accusers of Combs in civil cases and spoke outside the court.
It's challenging because for many of them, remembering what they allege he did to them is triggering and trauma.
So, Sean P. Diddy Combs has just been arrested and is currently awaiting trial at the Metropolitan Detention Center. The feds honed in on him in September 2024, after almost a year's worth of investigations into his alleged criminal activities. They finally gathered enough evidence to put him away for good, maybe even for life.
Bad Boy Entertainment. I named it Bad Boy because I wanted to go against the grain. Anytime you go against the grain, they consider you like kind of bad. Nothing negative, nothing like hardcore. Just, I didn't want to be regular. I didn't want to just make records. I didn't want to just make money. I wanted to make history. And that's all it's ever been about for me, making history. And making music that's timeless. Music that's going to be around when I'm not here, when my kids ain't here. Music that is that good. And having artists and videos and things that, you know, really affect way of life in a positive way. Affect style, fashion, music. Bad Boy.
Like to tell Tupac, keep his guards up, we ride with him.
And then he dissed Puff Daddy.
Any artists out there want to be an artist and want to stay a star and don't want to have to worry about the executive producer trying to be all in the videos, all on the record, dancing, come to Death Row.
Bad Boy Entertainment served as the cover for Diddy's real interests. Now, you have to remember that when Diddy started off his career in music, he was believed to have the best intentions, at least. That's what sources confirm. While Diddy intended to become the biggest media mogul on the East Coast, he instead became known for having one of the worst reputations.
That's when stuff got weird. And that's why they lock up our phones, because they know what we see in there, you know, it's he can get in trouble, like right now. So basically, we arrived, security guard patted us down. They put our phone in this little bubble case. So the bubble case is closed. They can't get unlocked until we walk out. So as we're in there, the only way of us taking any type of pictures is if we get in the photo booth. He has like a Team Love photo booth or whatever. Take like 4 pictures. So I, got pictures. I still got everything in my Snap too, like of the photos, everything. That's all you could get. So I'm walking around or whatever. So one of his sons, I'm not going to tell you which one, but it was like recruiting like whoever they wanted to go inside the house, because the The freak off is inside the house and in the backyard. So you have the pool, and they're playing loud house music. Like, Mark, the house music, it makes you feel kind of woozy, first of all, because it's like a rave or something. Dun, 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 and it's real loud, so you can't really see nothing, but you're seeing everybody like walking around drunk, hopping around. It's still 7 a.m. So the sun is like coming up, and people are walking around naked, period. Let's get into it. They're walking around naked already, and they're in the pool skinny dipping, and they're drinking mimosas in the pool, but then it's like a waitress walking around giving people drinks, just passing people drinks, you know, and people are just taking them. Me, I don't drink like that, but I'm like an occasional drinker. Like, I'll drink if we're partying or whatever, just for that occasion. So, because people are going to keep saying, drink, drink, drink. But I didn't take a drink yet. But I just had it in my hand. So one of the sons seen me walking. Mind you, I'm with other girls, but we split up. So I was walking with one girl. She's a Puerto Rican girl. So P. Diddy's son was like, you. And I'm like, me or her? And then he was like, no, you. Come here. So I went to him, and he gave me some shoes. So these shoes was like some terry cloth, like robe shoes, white shoes. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do with these? He was like, go in the house with these. He was like, everybody who gets these shoes, you get to go in the house. But I'm thinking you could just go in the house if you want to, but everybody can't go in the house. They're literally selectively picking who they want. So I'm like, well, what about my friend? He was either drunk or on all the drugs, obviously, with this house music. So now I just feel like trapped in. Like, I don't like it. And I know the devil when I see it. Because by me being so spiritual and tapped in, I know when something is not right. I'm not judging, but I just don't want to be a part of it, because how am I going to get out of this shit? Like, I'm already here, and then I heard conversations or whatever, and then P. Diddy was like, that's the one that I want. I want her. So now I feel like, you know, they plotting on me. Like, did you bring me here on purpose? Like, is this the, you know, producer you was talking about? And I came here specifically with the Prince to rub elbows with people, to network for the music week. But then I put two and two together, like, the Prince have been saying your life is never going to be the same. You're going to be happy. Somebody's expecting you. And I just feel like that was the time that I was going to get sex trafficked or, you know, drugged or something like that. And then they kept trying to make me, like, I've been around celebrities before. If a rapper wants you or somebody wants you, they're not going to do it. They're going to send somebody else to do it. So if a waitress is coming or another girl or a pretty girl or a guy, they'll sick somebody on you. Like, take this drink, do this, do that. And then you just feel eyes on you, like watching to see if you're going to do it, when you're going to do it. So I already know what time it was. And it's crazy because I had to leave that place in my last interview.
Everybody in the entertainment industry knew what Diddy was up to. It's just that nobody really cared. Diddy was known for his over-the-top parties, but then again, that's typical of every Hollywood party. What set Diddy apart, though, was how he got more and more comfortable, believing he would never get caught.
And the lead baguette all AP. We got the original milk, all baguettes.
I'm gonna do this when I get back from the party. You know what I'm saying?
Switch
But
off.
this is, yeah, switch
We
it
started
off.
off with this. That's the ball drop watch.
Ball drop watch? Ball drop watch with this.
The pinky ring.
Yeah, this is the one that you've been telling me about. The picture, clarity on this.
All VVS's.
Yeah.
Invisible setting.
Yeah, I don't know when Diddy start putting diamonds back on that he really back.
You gonna have to let me know what the bracelet you rocking with.
Man, I may rock all them motherfuckers.
Alright, so we're going for both of them.
It's 2020. We going all the way. Yo, the countdown has begun. It's almost time for me to get into my splendor and glory. That's not even brushing. I don't want to brush. I don't have to brush it. I don't have to brush it.
Let's see what you do. See what's up? See what's there? Yeah. You can sit on top. This one.
Yeah, me and Eric are working on some unique design pieces. Cause I told him I'm gonna start having to get back into my jewelry game.
Oh yeah, we gonna buy the whole jewelry game right now.
You know when I
2020.
yeah, Eric, when I got on my love, I changed my name.
So what happens when a man with unlimited resources starts to believe he's invincible? Nothing good, that much is certain. Diddy began hosting elaborate freak-offs where, on some occasions, he would invite minors and make them do horrific things. His abuse got worse, and he targeted anyone who came near him.
It might have been 10, 12 years ago that I called him and say, hey, I have a family member who I want you to hire them as an intern. And he said, yes. And they were flying around, one of the interns, Atlanta, Miami, whatever, on the jet, in the house, whatever. And then the internship stopped abruptly, like 3 or 4 months into it.
Yeah.
And I spoke to my family member, like, well, what happened? And they wouldn't say. And years later, they finally came out, and this a male, and said that Puff had said, come home, stay the night with me, or the internship is over. And they said, absolutely not. And the internship ended.
I think
the freak-offs started as after parties to the main event, or maybe they were the main event. In any case, people were shuffled into Diddy's mansions, where everyone was expected to partake in adult activities. You couldn't say no, because if you did, Diddy would either drug you or berate you. Once you were selected by Diddy, there was no way out.
Pussy, yeah. You, nigga. Yeah, him. Just 'cause I said so. Yeah. You're a clown! What's up, baby? What's up, baby? What's up? What's up? You don't like me? Then motherfucking get to it, nigga. If you don't like me, you motherfucking front, get to it, bitch. Don't fucking play with me on Halloween. I'm out here with love, nigga. You wanna have love? It's what up then, nigga. What's up? Fucking come over here and I'll bust your shit. Nah, hey, keep it pimpin'. Fucking pussy, make sure you don't never talk to me like that, nigga. I'm love, nigga. Keep it mackin', man. Don't even let him get you out there, man. Keep that shit mackin'. What's up? You serious about that? You got a problem? Keep that shit mackin', man. You really taking over my energy? You wanna hurt you? Nah, don't do it. So what did I do to you? Don't do it for this crowd. Don't do it for this crowd. Don't know who I am? Do you know who I am? Bro, for what? Bro, you know who I am? It's all love. It's all love, bro. It's all love, bro. Yo, bro. It's all love. It's Puff. Come here, give me a hug, though.
You think I could book that for like the weekend of the 14th when the soundtrack comes out? If so, bump somebody. All right, thanks. All right, love you, man. Right. I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get! Yes! What's next? What's next? I gotta get it. I'm not gonna stay fucking down. I'm not gonna stay fucking lying down. I'm not. I can't do that, man. I can't do that. What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything. I am the fucking hardest hustler in the world. This is Savage Part 2. Don't tell me about shit. It's 2022 and I'm still a savage. Whatever I want, I get. Whatever I want, I fucking get.
Now that prosecutors have uncovered the full extent of his crimes, they're not about to let him go with just a slap on the wrist. It seems like Diddy wasn't invincible after all. His bail has been denied twice, and prosecutors are maintaining that he's a danger to society. It's better to keep him locked up than to release him back into the real world. Sentencing is concerned, we'll know more once the trial officially begins. For now, what we do know is that Diddy might be spending the rest of his life behind bars. It'll take a lot to change that outcome.